Okay, so I'm just going to lend some credence to the flat earth theory, but I'm not a flat earther. Okay, now look, from a north view, since the planet is fluid in motion, or in nature, because it's, well, liquid mainly, and it's got a mantle and iron and molten rock, water within the planet. It's a fluid. It's like a magmatic, plasmatic form. So the Earth spinning is going to sling it out with some angular momentum. It's also, because it's similar to like a torque converter, really. It's a hydraulic system. So whenever it spins, this in here, which would be analogous to a clutch plate, would press in and literally would create what would look like a wall that goes all the way around, because there is what is a hole. And I believe that's what they see as the dark sun or whatever it is, or even the hollow earth theory, because this hole here is going to be several miles deep. It's really probably as deep as, or at least twice as deep as the Marianas Trench. And it spins and it flings it out in this manner. And then a torus field helps form. And you can see where my thumbs, when I poke in like this, you can see where the North Pole and the South Pole, at the core there would be a torus, like a hydraulic system of molten iron and radiation, essentially, and other, constituents. And if I was a globetrotter, I'd be good at this. But ultimately, 1,000 miles per hour for this water is pretty fast. So that's what gives us waves and stuff like that. But ultimately, that's really, really slow on a cosmic scale. It's just enough variation. It's just enough to give variation to the planet. And variation lends ecosystems and derives many life forms and such like that. And from the top view, you can see how it kind of flays it out. Now, it doesn't flay it all out, but it does flay it out somewhat from the north. And all that is a different perspective, because space is pretty much infinite perspective. You can get infinite perspective because it's multidimensional. It's infinite. It's got infinite dimensions to it. It's spatial. Spatially infinite. So ultimately, it's about angle at this point. Relativity. Perspective. And that's why it looks like a wall from the South Pole, because whenever you come in on the way, just literally the way the planet's shaped, if someone comes through here, they're going to see, oh shit, there's an ice wall. And if they went all the way around it, they're going to see an ice wall. But the wall isn't around them, they're around the wall. You see what I'm saying? So whenever they go around it, ultimately, because this hole is here, it does look like a wall. And basically, if this thing was spinning any faster, the North and the South Pole at the centers would end up collapsing on each other. And if it spun any faster, eventually the whole planet will become what I call a sling ring.